Hey, today on the show we have Ken Sacco from the Sandbanks, who I've been corresponding with over socials, and we've been trying quite some time. I got sick, so I apologize. We haven't had the chance to like formally meet, but welcome to the show.
Thanks. It's good to see you.
Good to see you too, man. So first of all, let's hear a little bit about your background, and then we'll get into the band. Tell me about music in your life and how music led you to playing surf guitar.
Oh, yeah. So, I mean, I grew up a huge Kiss fan. It wasn't even into, surfing stuff when I was younger. Everything was Kiss. And as time got on, I really got into like Fender guitars,
Oh
Stratocasters
yeah,
specifically. And, that led to Dick Dale. And then that leads you to surf, basically.
yeah, yeah.
And
So,
I got into it through like guitar magazines and stuff where Dick Dale would be on the magazine and stuff. My
oh,
father
okay.
a lot of Beach Boys and stuff like that, so that kind of stuff come in, and I just started really liking it. And then I heard the Ghastly ones, who I love.
Yeah,
Yeah, and it
yeah.
just that's I mean that's pretty much it. I started as mostly Kiss, and then now I do a surf show on the radio.
Oh, well, tell us about the surf show.
I'm on it's called The Door into Summer, and it's on Monkey Mania Radio.live. And I do it every Friday, 2 o'clock, and then it repeats throughout the week. It's 2 hours of surf, new and old, classic and new stuff, and whatever I can find.
Nice, nice.
Yeah.
So tell me, if you had to pick like three, I guess you could say there was three waves of surf.
Yeah.
So give me your like tops from the first wave, second wave in the 90s, and then the third wave.
Oh wow. So first wave would be Dick Dale, the Safaris, and I love the Ventures. And I know a lot of people say it's just instrumental rock, but not surf. But the Ventures.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. And second wave, I guess that would be around what, the 90s.
Yeah, yeah. 90s, mid 90s.
Yeah, like the Ghastly ones. Was it the Bomboras?
Oh yeah.
That 90s, yeah. Um, the Eliminators,
Yeah.
that are 90s, yeah. It's not too bad. That's 90s. I mean, those would be the top three there, I guess. Oh, well, when the Messer Chips come out. I love the Messer Chips.
Like 2005.
Is that third?
Yeah, I guess so.
Yeah, yeah. So I love the Messer Chips. I mean, I absolutely love those guys. Yeah, um, I guess is Lost Straight Jackets, is that considered surf? I mean, it's instrumental rock, but I really like them a lot.
Yeah, I would say so.
Yeah.
Well, I was getting these knuckle tattoos. They're my kids' names, my daughters.
Oh, yeah.
In 2005 in Delaware, and I couldn't remember the name of the guy, but he was a lawyer who tattooed for fun, and he worked at this place called August Moon in Delaware, Newcastle. And he's like, "You want me to put some tunes on?" So iPods were brand new,
Yeah.
and I said, "Yeah, man. Like, I said, do you have any surf? Like." He's like, "Yeah," and he put Lost Straight Jackets on, and that was the first time I heard him. 2005.
Yeah. I really like them a lot. Yep. Um, yeah, I mean, is that three? I mean, there's a lot of bands out there. I like this band, and I don't know much about them, but they're called the Beach Moonsters. You know that band?
Oh yeah,
I
yeah, they're
love that.
great.
Yeah. Oh, I heard that album. I love it.
Yeah, when did that come out? Gee, sounds like 3-4 years ago, right?
Yeah, it wasn't that. Yeah, it wasn't that long ago. It's on my Bandcamp page there, and I loved it. I didn't know anything about them. I still really don't know a lot about them, but really love it. And
Yeah,
Surf. I think I got the album behind me. This band Surf Monster. I don't know if you can see that
yeah, they're
record.
great.
I love them. Yeah, they're great.
Yeah, they're great.
Bunch of
Now,
surf.
both the Surf Monster and the Beach Moonsters have been on the show.
Oh yeah.
Uh, so the Beach Moonsters you could probably find in interview somewhere on on our channel.
I've watched most interviews. I think I gotta find them.
Yeah, that's crazy, man. That's
I do.
crazy.
I put your channel on and I let it run. It just goes one after another. I'm not hitting them in order. They're just coming up when they come up. You know.
Yeah. That's really cool of you, man. Thank you.
Oh, I love it.
Yeah, there's some podcasts, especially when they're like different guests, like half hour a piece.
Yeah.
Like I'll just let them run. Sometimes there's like certain podcasters who have really interesting guests on, and I'll just let it run like the whole day while I'm working, building in the studio or editing or something.
Yeah.
Yeah. Nice. Yeah. I'm all about YouTube, man.
Yeah.
There's a really, really great band. They're new. They'll be on in a week or two. Well, a week before last week for you when this airs. But they're called the Earthquakes from Australia.
Oh yeah.
They're just starting out. But like most like startup bands, they develop their sound very quickly, especially with surf. You know, once you get involved with surf music, you just start. You know, it's like type of music that like you have to find everything. You know.
Yep.
So I got a feeling they're going to be really good.
Okay.
Yeah. So all right. Tell me a little bit about how you got into radio, because my roots as a kid was radio. My dad was a DJ in the 60s, 70s, 80s, 90s, and into the 2000s. He was a DJ since he was 16 years old.
Oh wow.
And he, you know, mostly his thing was oldies. Like he played top 40 because it was kind of like part of the job. But his deal was 60s, like, you know, and 50s and 60s. And so I got all that stuff from him and learned how to run a radio, like literally from top to bottom since I was like 5 years old. Learned how to run a station from top to bottom. And it was like a wonderful experience, but working with your dad, kind of tough.
That's all right.
But tell me about your radio experience, because I think people would find that extremely interesting.
Well, not to disappoint, but I didn't have any radio experience. I like radio. The station was doing a guest DJ hour for a while, and I've only been there for 3 months now, I think, because they relaunched the station, redid it, and I wanted to do a surf show, so I submitted that, did the surf show. They liked it, and they let me do what I want to do. So I do 2 hours a week. It repeats during the week, and I love it. I mean, I love it. I do it from home. Yeah. I have this little setup that I know you can't see it, but just a small setup right here. I do it here, and it's starting to catch on. I've gotten some emails from different people that do other shows that are actually helping. Were very helpful.
Oh, excellent.
I just got an email from Jamie from Dodge City Social Club.
Oh, yeah.
He sent me a couple of his tracks and offered to help and showed me where things were, and I thought that was great.
That's awesome. Yeah, he does. Yeah. He's a radio guy down there as well.
Yeah,
in Australia. Yeah,
yep. And he does a great show.
Yeah, absolutely. He's a hard worker. The thing about Australia is it's so large. There's so many surf musicians in Australia, but they're so far apart. It's a large, very large country,
Yep. Yeah. And some of the bands that I've been playing, I reached out and asked them, would you record a little something like an ID or something, and I've gotten a whole bunch back from a lot of bands, and everybody's super supportive. I love it.
Yeah, that's great.
Yeah.
When that gives it the personal touch, people tune in to see who's gonna say hi and who is supporting the show. And
exactly. Yep. And I've got, like I said, I've gotten a few back, and I got a couple. I just got one back from. Have you heard of? I think he's great. They call him the Phantom AD.
No, I haven't.
Phantoms. He kind of does like a spooky surf thing.
Okay.
Yeah, I really like this song a lot, and I reached out. He just sent me one back too, so that was pretty cool.
Nice. So have you listened to this thing yet? Lost Grinders?
Which one?
Lost Grinders, Emilio's band.
I haven't. No.
Oh, it's out on music, and yeah, it's really it's really really good.
Oh yeah. Cool.
Yeah. He
Okay,
runs Planeta Reverb.
Oh yeah, I've seen that. Yes.
Yeah, that's his band.
Oh okay. Yep. I've seen that the site there. I follow along with it. Yep.
Yeah. He's also been on the show a few times.
Yeah.
But I'm gonna stop talking about me for a little bit. But I want to know, like your interface that you do your show with. I'm sure it's quite interesting. Is there any way we could get a shot of it quick?
Yeah. I mean, I can probably
Yeah,
lift
just
it up.
kind of run.
I'm running a laptop
Yeah.
into a PreSonus.
Yeah.
Box with everything I need on here. See the microphone here? I can pull it over. I got the mic saying just bolted here, and I'm just running a microphone into a laptop through that box. That's it. It's my whole setup.
Really?
It's nothing special.
So, like, do you like edit the show together? Like, do like a VO and then edit your music in?
Yeah. So the system that we run into, I upload the music. I upload my stuff, and yes, I edit it together, whatever parts I want in there, time it, add the commercials and everything. I have it set before it goes out live, so it's recorded and then it goes out.
Oh wow!
Yeah, it's not live.
What software do you use?
So it's Live 365 as the host.
Oh.
So we're using their setup. So it's basically like building a playlist.
Yeah.
Doing your parts into it and organizing things where you want them to go, adding the ads and all that stuff.
Oh, that's very interesting. I used to have to build...
it's pretty much a drag and drop thing. It's user friendly, I would say, and you get it all set up, and you can double check it before you let it go, and you're ready to go.
What was that called again?
What we're using is Live 365. It's a platform. It's a radio. You can have radio stations online.
God, that's crazy.
You never heard of it?
No, but I want to check it out.
They host tons of radio stations, and Monkey Mania Radio is hosted there. Although you can just go right to the website, Monkey Mania Radio Live. I'm sorry.
Once it's aired live, can they go back and like watch the archived version?
So not yet, but I was told that might be coming in the future. So everything airs live, and then there's a schedule on the webpage, and it shows the replay. So I'm on tonight, Saturday. I don't know when this airs, but I'm at 4 o'clock tonight. But during the week, they move you'll get a morning slot, an afternoon slot, and an evening slot, so that everybody gets a chance to hear the show during the week. Whatever time you're listening to the radio.
All right, right on.
Yeah.
So, I know from experience, radio doesn't always pay the bills.
Yeah.
And music does not always pay the bills. So
Right.
What is it that you do in your life? And you don't have to specify if you don't want to, but what is your trade?
I am a cable technician.
Really?
Yep.
Are you allowed to say what company?
I don't know. I guess I work for Comcast.
You work for Comcast?
Yep, I'm the guy you see out on the poles running cables to the houses and stuff.
My uncle did that for Service Electric up here.
Oh, yeah?
And I worked for Comcast, the TV portion.
Oh, yeah?
And they bought NBC, which you probably know.
Yeah.
And I was an NBC employee. So, yeah, I ended up working for Comcast. And, it's crazy. But
really.
I will say one thing: good benefits.
Yeah. When they bought NBC, all our training videos started being hosted by people like Jimmy Fallon.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah. And then you have to take those yearly work
Safety courses and stuff.
safety courses, all the way from do you wash your hands and take care of yourself, and all the way down to, are you a dirty scumbag at work?
Yes. Yep.
Yeah.
Funny.
Right on. So tell me about the Sandbanks. I know you have 3 singles on Bandcamp, which I'll put the link in the description. But are you like a one-man band? Do you record it all yourself, go out and play out with other musicians, or what's the arrangement?
Yeah, we're a band. So the 2 singles, The Waves and Lazy Day in the Sand, were things that I recorded myself a few years ago and put them up there. That's how this started. And then we made the band and started playing places. So the only other thing we have up there right now is we have like 5 songs we're recording. We just put a live version of one of the new songs, our song called The Howler, that we played last Halloween at a Halloween show. And I just like that one, so I put it up there. That's all free, by the way. People can just download it if they want it. But yeah, we have 5 songs we're going to record. We played out a few times a year. Right now, our drummer, he goes to Florida on the off season. So we don't play until he comes back, which is probably April on. We just play through the summer mostly, and then to Halloween.
Okay.
And we have one show ready to go so far. That's going to be in July, and then we'll have a few more coming up. But yeah, it's a band consists of our drummer. His name is Dick Bascom. He's also the drummer of a band called the Aquitudes. They've been around for quite a while. Very good band.
Okay.
We had our old bass player left. The bass player is my son, Christian Sacco.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, and I'm the guitar player. So.
Oh, awesome.
3 pieces.
That's so guitar and bass. That's like Eddie and Wolfie.
Yeah. Yeah, but
and Wolfie's no joke, you know.
Yeah. My son is better at any instrument than I'll ever touch. You know what I mean? He can pick up my guitar better than I can. So
it always winds up that way, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, for me too.
Yep.
Everything I can do, he can do better.
Yep. Exactly.
So tell me about what your goal is for your band in developing. Like, have you found like kind of like a that's where I want to be, and this is how we're gonna evolve to it?
Yeah, I mean, we just want to get I want to get the recording done and out, and I like what we're doing. We play during the summer. We play if other surf bands play. They have a few bands come, and we've done a few things where it's 3 or 4 surf bands together.
Oh, and, nice.
I love doing that. And that band called Ninth Wave was nice enough to have us a few times with them, and we had a great time each time. And after we record these songs, I just want to record some more songs. I really like making our own stuff.
Nice.
Yeah.
Are you from what I listened to? I only had the option so far to listen to those 3 songs.
Right.
Which are great, by the way.
Thanks.
But I want to know, like, as far as they're more on the traditional side.
Yeah.
I would say, but do you? I mean, I know you like all different subgenres, but is there something that you'd like to experiment with along the way?
Yes, I'd like to get for some of the sounds like the Howler when I recorded it, so I wanted to have that more spooky surf sound. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
A little faster. So I have a couple. There's another song. I think we might have a live version on our SoundClick page. It's called Spooky Surfer, actually. That's what we called it, and it's another one that sounds. It's when we get it out there, it's gonna have that spooky sound on it. You can hear it live; it sounds pretty good. But I really want that sound like the Messer Chubs have. You know, I just love that.
Yeah.
I just love the way they sound.
Yeah, they're great. I saw them in Westchester, Pennsylvania, with my wife, Jenny. In the middle of the summer, they tour a lot here.
Yeah.
And then while they were here, they were working with Evan Foster, and they recorded some music. And that 7-inch is coming out right like now, and they're gonna tour on it. And we're going to see him again in Philadelphia. Actually, Manayunk, but it's Philadelphia. When they play, High Tide usually like provides the like PA and stuff.
Yeah.
And they it's amazing. It's just the 3 of them, and the sound just
Yeah.
Fills the entire room. The reverb is like bouncing off everything. It's crazy.
Yeah, they came last year, and I had tickets for Cafe 9 in New Haven. And the night of the show, we couldn't go. I was so disappointed. And I saw that they just announced some dates in May, but none of them are around here.
Yeah. Ours is May 8th.
Yeah.
So we're really stoked. It'll be nice and warm finally, hopefully. And it's gonna be like it's at a winery, so which is really
yeah,
cool.
that's nice.
Yeah. Oh, so tell me, is New Haven like the place to do shows and stuff like that? Is like your area, around there? Do you have to travel to it?
We did a few there. We don't play there too often, but New Haven is a popular spot to go there. We did a few last year down in downtown New Haven. They had an outside festival, and we played in a couple different locations. And that was pretty cool. There's a place called College Street Music Hall. We played out front on the sidewalk because they had this thing. It was like a Make Music Day, and they had us play. Then they had us run over to another place that had a stage set up outside, which was real nice. We actually, on our YouTube page, we have some video of these things on there, and that was nice. It was weird. It was a whole day where bands were everywhere in different places, and we just did another one like that last September on the beach in Milford. It was called Milford Porch Fest, they called it. Have you ever heard of this?
No.
They have bands all over the beach, and they're hosted at houses, and they had them everywhere. Everywhere you went, every block there was a band. We played outside on somebody's front porch on the beach. It was fantastic.
Wow, that's awesome.
Yeah,
that sounds really cool.
When you're done, you just walk around the corner. There's another band playing, so you can make a whole day of it. I mean, they do it every year.
Wow, that's awesome.
Yeah,
that's awesome. Well, before we get cut off by Zoom here, I just wanted to thank you so much for being such a great supporter of the channel and always giving us really kind feedback, and there's like people like you that keep that idea of surf music going.
Thanks. I love your channel. I mean, I watch YouTube more than regular TV now, and like I said, I leave your channel out all the time. Whatever you're on, I love it. So keep it up.
Yeah,
Thanks,
there's gonna be oh, you're welcome. Keep watching, because there's going to be a lot more coming. Okay. There's stuff scheduled already, done all the way out till May.
Wow.
So it'll at least be alive until May. But there's 20 more interviews scheduled, and videos coming in. It's going to be really, really cool. Jen is going to be doing a new segment. It's going to be awesome.
Great. That's great.